Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Kristen.
I am Samir.
I'm Pat.
I'm James.
And I'm Jared, and we are Flyleaf.
And we're going to play some music for you. This first one is called Fire, Fire. Almost thought we'd made it home, but we don't know this place at all. Well, that's enough now, dry your tears. It's been a long 11 years. Fire, 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 fire from the tongues of liars. You're ashamed of where you're from.
You're ashamed of where you're from.
Crying 'cause your father's drunk. We can't die because we're young.
We can't die because we're young.
At least that's what we heard in a song. Fire, fire, fire,
Fire from the tongues of liars.
Fire, fire, fire,
Fire from the tongues of liars.
You're ashamed of what you've done, crying 'cause your father's wrong. You're trying to be something new, 'cause you feel you have something to prove. What you confuse for glorious fire is fire from the tongues of liars. What you confuse for glorious fire is fire from the tongues of liars. Oh, send your
Fire,
rain.
fire.
Fire from the tongues of liars. Oh, send your
Fire, fire.
Fire from the tongues of liars. Send your
Fire, fire,
rain.
fire. Fire,
Fire
fire.
from the tongues of
Fire
liars.
from the tongues of
Send
liars.
your
Fire, fire, fire.
rain.
Fire,
Fire
fire.
from the tongues of
Fire
liars.
from the tongues of liars.
You're afraid of who you
Crying
are.
'cause your father's drunk.
Crying 'cause your father's
Fire from the
drunk.
tongues of
But
liars.
clinging to your youthful
We can't die
truth,
because we're young.
you'll find you have nothing to prove.
Fire from the tongues of
You'll
liars.
find you have nothing to lose. Okay, so we're going to take some questions now. This first one is, what has been your favorite stop on tour so far? Any funny stories?
Every show has been pretty fun.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was really nice. We had a good
It was
crowd
a lot
there.
of fun. Tyler, Texas is a pretty funny story.
That's the funny story, yeah.
It was just this. It was supposed to be a huge festival, and it didn't turn out that way. But it was a crazy, crazy day. So many stories to tell about that one day that we could write a book.
Yeah.
There was almost a riot.
There
Thankfully
It was
almost
not.
almost
a
a
riot.
riot. People were getting on stage. Yeah.
All 12
Okay.
All 12 of them.
It was our Altamont.
I think there were more band members with laminates than there were people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Fans. But anyway, so that'll go in a book someday. Now that it's 2013, what is all of your New Year's resolutions? I don't really know about resolutions. I just wanted to seize as many opportunities musically as I could this year, and thankfully these guys let me join their band, so I'm starting off good.
Yeah, I mean, no New Year's resolutions. I always pick something dumb like I'm gonna shred on the guitar or, something like that. But I think I just want to be a better person all around. Anyone else? New Year's resolutions?
I've been working out a little more than I used to, so I'm doing all right so far.
I've got nothing.
Just watch less TV. I don't know.
Tiffany wants to know, what is your songwriting process like? Do you guys come up with the music or lyrics first? Is it a group effort, or does everyone contribute certain parts?
Kind of all of those things. There's, the beautiful thing about creating art is that there are no rules, and the process is different every time. And I could bring an entire song which I think is completed, to the band, and they'll, completely rip it apart and turn it into a Flyleaf song. Really, it's just give and take. I think a huge thing about being in a band and contributing songs, and you have to really throw your pride out the window and understand that you're in a group of super creative people, and that whatever you bring to them, expect them to change it and make it into whatever band you're with, make it into that song.
This one's for me. Kristen, are you happy to be with Flyleaf now? What's been your favorite moment so far? Yes, I'm super happy and blessed to be in this band. I don't know about a favorite moment so far. Just playing these shows is awesome. So we played about 5 shows right now. So I think it's really cool because about an hour before we get ready to pray and get up on stage, I get the nervousness in my stomach, that good nervous feeling, that excited feeling. So I'd say that's, I guess, my favorite moment is before we start playing, that feeling of anticipation. And then the shows have been amazing, so that's been my favorite part so far. Okay, Matthew McClintock wonders, if you could tour with one band from any era, who would it be?
Oh, man.
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Pink Floyd in the 70s, that would be fun.
Yeah, The Who. I'd love to play with The Who.
You too.
You too, absolutely.
Ace of Base.
We should cover an Ace of Base song.
I kind of know the sign if you want to.
Okay, so any tips for up-and-coming artists or people interested in going into the music industry?
Do it because you love it, and really believe in what you're doing. Don't compromise what you believe or what your convictions are to suit someone else's idea of what your art should be, and have fun with it.
Yeah, I think it takes some sort of thick skin. So, yeah, you either have to love what you're doing or just not care about the haters, or both. A mixture. Did you guys have any more to say?
That's
Just
good.
throw something
That's
at
good.
me if I'm going on without
You're
you. Sarah says, are you planning to tour Australia? Because I can't wait to see you all live.
Hope so.
We may be.
Yeah.
We just might.
We're working on a couple shows right now, actually,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, what's it like touring with Drowning Pool? Do you hang out with them a lot on the road? They're amazing dudes. They've all been super chill and sweet, and they're great live, so it's kind of best case scenario.
Our new singer,
Absolutely.
Jason, really rules. He's good.
Yeah, he's so good.
How did you come up with the idea for the Call You Out video?
It was a collaboration. I mean, I think it was mostly the director's idea at first, about the bear and the rabbits and stuff like that, and it was just going back and forth, between us and the director to really get it, get the finished product. It was a really cool video. I liked it.
Yeah,
It's rambling.
how did you come up with your band name?
Pat.
Well, we put a bunch of names in a hat, and then not really. We
did.
Oh, we
yeah,
did, yeah.
we just made a long list, and I remember Flyleaf was at the bottom of it, and we read them off to our manager, and I don't know, it's like the next day I opened up our website, and we were Flyleaf. She liked that one.
We were called Passerby at first, but that didn't work out because someone else had the name, so we had to change it.
What do you guys do in the bus on the road to pass the time?
Sleep.
sleep. Play with Kirby, who is
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
tour
Kirby.
manager's son. He's a lot of fun.
Kirby rules.
He's 2 years old.
Keeps us
Video
busy.
games,
Yeah.
Video games.
TV shows.
What other music are all of you listening to now? I listen to Ellie Goulding a lot. I listen to Skull of Seven Bells. A lot of electronic stuff, or like soul. Basically just whatever's different than what I'm doing when I play. It's kind of a nice way to shift gears.
I've been listening to a mix of like the Chariot M83 and like Sleigh Bells. I mean, it's kind of I love music that's fearless.
Been going back to some old Cocteau Twins. I really like them.
I skip around too much. I don't know. Just play everything in my iPod.
I've been listening to a lot of TV on the radio and a lot of hip hop.
Okay. Kristen, has it been difficult getting used to a new band? And what's your favorite song of Flyleaf? You know, I think it's kind of one of these awesome things where it just worked out with this band. It's just felt really natural since my audition. I don't know why, it just kind of happened that way. So it's been a pretty easy transition for me joining this band. We've rehearsed a lot and stuff, so that helps. But I guess my favorite song kind of changes as we play the shows. It used to be Arise. I really love Arise. I love the lyric, arise and be all that you dreamed. I love playing that live and having everybody sing that. I think it's really powerful. I also love Perfect and New Horizons. So there's just so many good songs. I can't even really choose a favorite. Are you going to do a South American tour?
Maybe.
Most likely, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can James say something? Anything?
Yeah, I guess so. Anything.
Talk about your latest woodworking project.
Woodworking projects. Actually, I can't bring any tools on the road, so I'm kind of missing the woodworking right now.
James been making these really cool bowls and stuff like that on the lathe. And
Yeah. Trying to keep all my fingers.
I know,
all
I
the
get
power
nervous for you,
tools.
dude.
No, it's good. As
Safety
safe as I
first.
can, yeah.
Kristen, where do you get your fashion inspiration from? What stores do you shop at? I love your earrings. Thank you. My fashion inspiration comes from all different people. I'd say more street fashion, like cultural fashion, than the runways necessarily. Although I love like Vivienne Westwood and Betsy Johnson. It's usually just like my friends and stuff. I usually just steal stuff from people that I think look cool. It could be someone on the street just walking in New York right now, or Kansas City where I live. I like classic looks, but I like to come up with something a little bit different. So I'll go to thrift stores and I'll go to antique shops. But staples for me are Topshop, H&M, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters. But yeah, I'm super into designers that are doing new things and progressing fashion and mixing it with music and culture. Matt says, for each of you, if you could collaborate with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? I would say Bjork.
I'd say John Lennon.
Nick Cave.
I don't know. Maybe someone that's alive would be practical for me. Dave Grohl, maybe. Be fun.
Jim Root.
All right, so we are going to play another song now. Want to do Broken Wings?
Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you for being such a friend to me. Oh, I pray a friend for life. And have I ever told you how much you mean to me? Oh, you're everything to me. And I moment, please. We can dance together, and we can dance forever under your stars tonight. And I am so overwhelmed by 1,000 broken wings. Hey, 1,000 broken wings. Yeah. Oh. So close your eyes, but don't dream too deep. And please pass me some memories. Whoa, and when I fall, you're underneath 1,000 broken hearts, carried by 1,000 broken wings. 1,000 broken wings. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So the next question is for Pat. Why aren't you wearing leather pants anymore? Do you still have them?
Still have them, but they're just too hot.
They are. I've been wearing them, and it's a wise choice, Pat.
Lesson learned.
Carl wants to know, is there any food that you get sick of eating when on tour?
Try to keep a variety on the bus, so don't get too sick of the food.
I would say pizza normally, but on a bus you can bring your own stuff, so you can skip the pizza if you want.
Yeah, thank goodness.
What do you guys miss most about home when you're on the road?
I mean, for me, like the road is kind of like home, and my wife gets to come, so the road's home for me.
I know, I want to punch him right now. My husband
Hopefully
and
Brian
my
will
dogs.
come out. We really want Brian to come out too.
Yeah, I miss my family and my friends a lot.
My dog's in high-speed internet all the time.
I miss time spent, outside and not being in the city. That's a little different. And not needing quarters for the laundry. That's always good.
Yeah, I definitely miss my wife and, just kind of being alone, I guess. But.
Okay, James wants to know, what music video was the most fun for you guys to make?
All Around Me was just such a blast. Playing in all that paint.
Yeah.
Like kids slipping
around. Do all of you have pets at home? I have 2 dogs.
I have a little poodle.
I have a Chiweenie and a Border Collie.
Got chickens and dogs.
Well, my wife and I have a couple plants. That's it.
A couple plants. Some rattlesnakes.
Okay. This next question is, I am a magician hypnotist. Can I open for you guys sometime soon?
We usually have musicians open. We never had a magician open. I don't know.
Can you get in like a glass box and hang out there for a while or something?
Yes. Samir, what made you go vegan?
It's a long story. But my my wife and I went vegan for health reasons. She has, a lot of cancer in her history, and we learned that having a plant-based diet really lowers the chances for a lot of cancers and heart diseases and a lot of things like that. So it's kind of a no-brainer when we learned that that diet reduces all these risks that we would go that way.
Do you guys have other hobbies? What do you do on tour when you have spare time? I don't really have very many hobbies. I'm always writing music or hanging out with my friends, family. I guess, yeah, shopping, if that's a hobby. That would be mine. Running, yoga.
Music, I mean, it's funny because like music is my hobby, my artistic outlet, and my job. I love it so much. And other than that, reading.
Whenever my wife's on the road, we like to try to go find like really good restaurants and do that. But I like to play video games and golf too.
Yeah, on the road, I don't know. I guess finding good food.
Yeah,
Maybe.
a hobby.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hobby. Learning stuff online. I like to try to learn a lot, watch videos, and I don't know. That's about it.
Running, reading, drawing, arithmetic. Just kidding about the last one.
When did each of you start playing music? What other instruments do each of you play? I've been around music my whole life. My dad was a drummer. My mom sang. So, and then my dad taught me how to play the guitar. So guitar is what I started on writing, and I fumble around on the piano a little bit.
Well, I started playing the recorder in elementary school. And I played some drums in middle school. And I got a guitar in my freshman year in high school. I think that's when I really fell in love with music and songwriting is when I got that guitar. I was 14.
Played trombone in the marching band. Nerd.
Oh, yeah. Trumpet and baritone I played also.
Yeah, I was in school band, but I guess I just got on the drum line in high school, and that's my main instrument. I used to play piano a little bit, keyboards and stuff, but drums now.
Well, when I was in middle school, the only instrument I made a noise on was clarinet, so my parents made me join the band, and I was the one guy playing clarinet, so they were nice enough to let me quit after half a semester, and they got me a guitar.
Describe your teenage selves. Oh, gosh. What was it like meeting in high school and growing together as a band?
It's funny, we all went to different high schools. So.
Well, me and Pat went to the same high school.
James was really cool. I remember one time he was like, "What's up, man?" And I got to sit next to him on the bus at a band trip. I was like, cool. Now we're always on a bus together.
Yeah. That's true.
What is the trick to being together every single day and managing to get along for so many years?
Grace. Patience.
I don't really think about it. I mean, it's like your family. You can't
we're
really.
family.
Yeah,
Can't really
it's kind of second nature. Yeah, just
anything
thinking
else.
about everyone all the time.
You have to just keep your own mouth shut sometimes.
Ready for the next question?
Any favorite TV shows of the moment? I just started watching Downton Abbey. I love that.
I think everyone's been watching Walking Dead too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's a big hit around here.
Modern Family, that's another good one. I could list a lot, but I won't.
I try to keep Ancient Aliens going on in the bus, but someone keeps on changing the channel.
Like a bunch of old men watching the History Channel all the time.
That's what I like to watch. Yeah, History Channel.
Doomsday Preppers, that's another one.
Honey Boo Boo.
All over the board. Do you guys play pranks on other bands or each other when on tour? And what's the best tour prank you've ever played?
We do pranks. Usually the last show of each tour, we'll do a prank. We had some good pranks. What's some good ones?
We took a wheel off.
Oh yeah.
And brought that on stage.
We took when the bands we were playing with, we took off one of the wheels from their van and rolled it up on the stage while they were playing their last song.
They didn't know it was theirs.
They didn't know it was their wheel. That was pretty good.
had people run up and like tape my legs together while we were playing before.
Yeah, and take the drums off the stage. Leave you with nothing up there.
We set off a bunch of smoke bombs and paper tongues trailers while their wife and kid were on the thing. They think that it was on fire.
That's so mean.
When I was on tour with my other band, the Jack's Mannequin and the Fray do a prank day, and they put little strips of tape like this big to where the sticky side was up on every single one of my keys of my keyboard, and then just all over the entire stage, so then it just became these big balls, and we were just, it was terrible. It was bad news. So thanks a lot, guys.
Saran wrap on the toilets.
That's a good one.
Favorite books? If you could meet a literary character, who would it be?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I'm reading a Kurt Vonnegut book right now called Bluebeard. It's really good.
My answer is just so geeky. I don't even want to say it.
Do it.
I would love to meet Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Not the Ian McKellen Gandalf, but like Tolkien's Gandalf.
Okay. What's your inspiration in music and in life?
Life. God. People, just everything in general.
Yeah. My boyfriend says hi. Hi. That's Kirsten Malanuk. I don't know if I'm messing up your name, and if I am, I'm sorry, but hi. What advice would you give someone just starting out as an artist? I think it goes with the same thing we were saying about just being in this industry, is just, do it because you love it, and yeah, that's the main thing. Okay, and now we're going to play another song. I think Jared's going to come and play the guitar. So, New Horizons? Okay, this song is one of our new ones, New Horizons. Well, so you're tired, but you're alive. So open up your eyes and you can get your sleep when you are dead. Kill the clock inside your head. Bring your normalcy to the edge and watch it drown in new horizons. New horizons. You said I'd only have to wait until I died. Well, that's in no time. No time. How did we come to thinking this was funny? Cheering and laughing at the dying while we're riding the line, and you wait. You said I'd only have to wait until I died. There is no such thing as time inside this moment. No sun rising. Wait until I fly. let's see what else we have here. Lauren says, what is one country that you would like to visit that you haven't been to yet? Spain, for me.
We got to go to some cool. I guess China would be cool to go to. I've never been there.
I really want to go to Brazil, Peru, also.
Yeah, South America, just anywhere.
My brother-in-law's been to Cambodia recently, and he said it's cool, so I'd like to see that sometime.
Jared and Samir, how did you guys start jamming together?
All started out with video games.
Yeah, in Star Wars episode.
Episode 1
Yep.
is when we first. That was like our first date. I was new. I was new to the group, to his group of friends, and well, I wasn't even in the group of friends yet. I was just new to the youth group, and Jared's mom was like, "You need to hang out with that Indian boy." And so Jared was like, "Hey man, you want to go see a movie?" So he invited me to go see Star Wars Episode 1. I was thinking 99, right, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we hung out. We neither of us played guitar yet. We just played video games, hung out. There's a band in town called Lussermore, or they're called Sterling at the time. I don't know what they're called. But we were big fans of what was going on with that group, and we just wanted to be a part of that music scene. And so we started learning to play guitar, and we started our own little band.
Yep. We played, things after high school, like football games, and the Holland. What was the Holland thing?
It's called Fifth Quarter.
Yeah. And we weren't very good. But
We were awful.
We had fun.
But we had a lot of fun. We learned a lot, I think,
Yeah, we did.
about being in a band.
I had no idea how to play bass. I had to play bass for some songs. I didn't know them. I just kind of did this the whole time. I made it look like I knew what I was doing.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we were like 13, 14 years old. then.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Avenger? I obviously don't have one because I don't know what that means.
I guess Iron Man. would be
Oh,
mine.
okay, I know who that is. Are they just any superhero person?
It's
Four
a
of them.
Marvel.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll opt out.
I don't have a favorite either.
I think mine's the Hulk. He gets so angry.
Are there any girl Avengers?
I don't know, actually. That'd be a smear question.
I was more of a like X-Men X Factor growing up, and I wasn't really into the Avengers. I was just recently, because like the movie franchise and stuff like that, I got into the Avengers. But when I was growing up with comic books, I was more into like X Factor and X-Men,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Okay. What is Samir's guitar's name? Samir, how many guitars do you own?
I haven't named my guitars in a long time. I think I have 5 guitars to my name. Yeah.
How many tattoos do you have? Which ones are your favorites? I have 4 tattoos. And my favorite, I probably can't see it, but I think is this one. But then I also have one that my brother-in-law just did that's my also favorite, but I can't show you it right now. Anybody else?
I just have one small tattoo, which me and my wife got on our wedding fingers, as in like an engagement. It's the only one I have. It's a Bible verse. It says Ruth 1:16-17.
Okay. Did you guys ever think about changing the name of the band when Kristen became the new lead singer?
I know. We didn't.
Chloe Silverwood says, congrats to James on his recent engagement. Is it hard to leave family behind on tour?
Oh, yeah. We've been home quite a while, too, so... Yeah, this is difficult to leave. Yep.
Favorite iPhone app? Oh, man, that's a hard one and a good question. I don't know. I'm playing a game called Heyday right now where you build your own farm. Obviously, I have no friends right now, so I really like doing that. And the 2-year-old on tour likes it too, so that's why we're such good friends.
I use Google Maps a lot. I like that.
I have a lot of photo editing apps that I like. Viscacam and Afterglow, Big Frame.
I like calculators.
Ooh, there's also one called Map My Run that I love. So when I'm going running, like in a city, it's cool because it gets me back where I need to go. Okay, what is the best gift you guys have ever received from a fan?
A lot of cool stuff. You know, we've had like what are they called? Like we put all the memories stuff in there. Scrapbooks. So we got like
Brittany.
Yeah, and Brittany gives the best gift ever, which is flyleafonline.com. And a lot of cool stuff. We've had like flags and paintings and art. We have a lot of very artistic, creative fans.
Craziest thing that has been thrown on stage while performing?
Sandwiches.
There's some sandwiches. We had Skittles one time as a band prank or something. They were during So I Thought they threw them on us.
Yeah, was that Breaking Benjamin maybe? M&M's or Skittles flying at us.
How long did it take to write and record your most recent album? What was the most memorable part of the process?
It was written.
It's kind of broken up.
Yeah, it was broken up. We did like a couple weeks of writing here and there, over a year, I guess. It was about this span, but it only took like 2 months to record, I think, or if that.
Are you currently writing and recording songs, Sean? Yes, we are. We spent just 5 days together in Texas just trying to write and came up with about 4 really solid songs, and we recorded 2 of them in LA while we were there before the tour. So we're really stoked on those. Why did Pat shave his head?
Because I was losing my hair.
Thanks, Deb, for calling him out.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Funniest story from tour. I've only been on the road for a week, so you guys might have to take the wheel on this one.
Trying to think of a good one.
The water bottle.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know if that's safe for work. Not safe for work.
Next time we'll talk about that one.
One time we had just gotten on the bus, and me and my wife, we share a small little bunk, and I guess I had gotten up to go pee, and I was sleepwalking, and I got turned around, and I was asleep, but I ended up forcing my way into James's bunk head first and kicked him out of his bunk.
Put me in the back lounge.
Put him in the back lounge, and my wife woke up and went to the back lounge thinking I was back there because I was in the bunk with her, and it was James, and he was like, "He's in my bunk." So that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Where do you guys see yourself in 10 years? Oh gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow unless I look on my day sheet. You guys?
10 years is a long way down the road.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna guess.
See that far.
Spinal Tap.
Opening for Puppet Show.
If you could make a music video for any Flyleaf song recorded, which one would you choose?
Green Heart.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Did y'all mesh well together as a band when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we kept going, writing songs. I think if we didn't mesh well, we would have just called it quits.
Corey wants to know our favorite desserts.
Key lime pie.
Yesterday it was cheesecake.
My wife makes these amazing brownies with this like it's like an Oreo cookie icing. That's just the best.
I'll have to go with creme brulee on that one.
I like them all. If it has sugar on it, I'll eat it. Sorry.
If you had to choose 3 items to bring with you to a deserted island, what would they be? An iPod that doesn't lose charge, which I guess would be my iPhone that doesn't lose charge. And that's all I need, right?
Rhythm and music.
That's how I
it.
live now.
I'd have a knife.
Perpetual motion
Oh,
machine.
okay.
Yeah, I'd have a knife, an acoustic guitar, and a Camelback.
Internet. Computer. Fresh water.
Wilson.
Wilson.
Wilson,
We bring
yeah.
Wilson.
What are each of you looking forward to most in the next few months? For me, touring, continuing this tour and finding more tour dates.
Yeah, touring.
Yeah, more
definitely for
shows.
me.
All right. Do you think that's? Should we do one more song?
Yeah, and so once again, we're Flyleaf, and our new album, New Horizons, is out, and we're on tour with Drowning Pool. So please come out to a show. We're playing Irving Plaza on Thursday, so come on out to that. And yeah, we're gonna end with All Around Me.
Yep.
Okay. My hands are searching for you. My arms are outstretched towards you. I feel you on my fingertips. My tongue dances behind my lips for you. There's fire rising through my being, burning. I'm not used to seeing you. Well, I'm alive, and I'm alive. I can feel you all around me, thickening the air I'm breathing, holding on to what I'm feeling, savoring this heart that's healing. My hands float up above me, and you whisper you love me, and I begin to fade into our secret place. The music makes me sway, the angels singing say we are alone with you. I am alone and they are too with you. Well, I